Hello, everyone. My name is Tyler Adolfo. I am 26 years old and I have a diagnosis of bipolar type 1 with psychotic features. I'm making this video because I want to talk about how going to the gym has helped me with my bipolar disorder. Specifically, how it has helped alleviate symptoms and how it's made me overall a more goal-oriented person, which is rather significant for someone who's going through a depressive episode. For those who don't know much about bipolar, it's not like the popular belief perpetuated by mainstream society, this idea that, one minute they're angry, and then the next minute a bipolar person is super sad, and then the next minute the bipolar person is super happy. That's not what bipolar is. Bipolar refers to two distinct stages of contrasting polarity. In one stage, you have what's called mania, where you have fast, excited speech, exuberant amounts of energy, and you might experience an extreme lack of sleep, but I'm talking days on end. And typically, a manic episode can last anywhere from days to months to even years. The manic episode I suffered from, during which I had delusions and hallucinations, lasted for 6 months total. The other episode in bipolar disorder is known as depressive episode. In depressive episodes, people will experience appetite disturbance often, which is something that you can clearly see I experienced a lot of. I went from being 180 pounds to being 354 pounds as a result of my bipolar depressive episode. And that was a combination of the depression as well as the medications that I used to treat my bipolar disorder. And in depressive episodes, you'll also experience sleep disturbance. That's a very common thing where it can be difficult to sleep because of racing thoughts about things that you may have done during mania and the guilt and shame that come along with that. So these are just some of the key themes that come along with bipolar disorder. And I hope that helps explain what bipolar disorder is really like. That was just a brief synopsis. I could go on forever on that area, but I want to get into talking about how going to the gym has helped alleviate my symptoms of bipolar and, as mentioned, made me more goal-oriented. So one of the main things it's done is it's actually decreased my generalized anxiety. During my depressive episode, I became so detached and isolated from the rest of society to the point where I would stay in the house and only go outside for appointments, only to go outside to see my therapist, only to go outside to see my psychiatrist. And beyond that, I wasn't leaving the house whatsoever. I wasn't talking to any person or persons, whatever. I wasn't even really talking to my family. Certainly haven't been talking to close friends because I don't have close friends anymore. So it's decreased my generalized anxiety because going to the gym has required me to put myself out there, to step outside my comfort zone. And putting myself in that environment of being around other people, being around all these machines, being around the noise, in some sense, it was healthy for me because I needed that disruption to my depressive routine. I needed to step outside of my comfort zone. Otherwise, I would have been stuck in that rut for who knows how long. But ultimately, my generalized anxiety has gone down a lot to the point where I don't just leave the house for appointments. I leave the house to go for walks, to the gym and back. I go to get coffee in the morning most days. And these are things that I wasn't previously able to do because of the overwhelming amounts of generalized anxiety I had, as well as social anxiety. My social anxiety has improved as a result as well. Not gotten worse, but gotten better. Another key thing I've noticed with going to the gym is that since going, I've become a more productive person. And that goes for both inside the gym as well as outside of the gym. So physically, I've lost, as of today, about 33 pounds. And I'm very delighted about that achievement. It's something I take great pride in because I've worked very hard to get to that point, but I'm not done yet. But it just goes to show about how I've been productive physically since going to the gym. And mentally, I noticed I started picking up an interest in things that used to interest me again. That's another major thing that comes with depressive episodes is people will experience anhedonia, where they lose passion for the things they were previously passionate about. And it's very difficult because it becomes such a difficult task to do just basic things that you used to enjoy. And I suffered a great deal from that experience. But since going to the gym, I've been able to pick up more things that interest me outside of the gym. And I've been reading more. I've been playing video games again. And I know some people might think that's a bad thing, but there's benefits that you can derive from playing video games, contrary to popular belief. And I've been watching movies. I've been hanging out with my family more. When they come down, instead of hiding in my room, I go down and talk to them. And I've been visiting their houses fairly often as well, and stepping outside of my comfort zone of being in my own home and putting myself in more social situations. So it's made me more productive physically. It's made me more productive mentally, in the sense that you wouldn't notice anhedonia with me right now because there are things that I'm interested in. There are things that I'm passionate about. And as a result of this decreased anxiety, as a result of this elevated productivity, I've noticed a strong boost in my confidence. The confidence to go out more. My confidence in my future prospects. My confidence in myself. During my depressive episode, I had a lot of self-doubt, a lot of uncertainty, a great deal of fear, and that was the product of the shame and guilt that I felt as a result of mania. And since coming out of mania, that was a very difficult hurdle for me to overcome, having that self-belief again and believing that I have what it takes to be successful in this world. And so going to the gym, every session I complete, it gives me a significant boost in my confidence, and it doesn't just last for the day. It lasts for quite a while. I don't even go to the gym every single day, but I still feel the benefits on days that I don't go. And that's just the amazing thing about exercise in general. It has so many positive mental benefits. I'm not sure who this quote is attributed to, and I mentioned it before on my channel, but it has been said before that if the effects of exercise could be prescribed in a bottle, it would be the most effective antidepressant in the world. Now let that sink in for a moment. The most effective antidepressant in the world. Imagine that. Imagine having within your power the ability to reduce your depression, the ability to reduce your anxiety, the ability to boost your productivity. These are all things that I've experienced as a result of going to the gym. Another major key thing that I've been able to achieve as a result of going to the gym, which has helped me with my bipolar, is it's provided me again with a sense of purpose. This idea that, I'm not here for no reason. I have a purpose. There's somewhere that I'm going, that God has a plan for me. And, I have a sense of purpose in a smaller sense that I have the goal of losing weight and going to the gym. I have an even larger sense of purpose in that I'm doing these things because I want to be in shape and boost my confidence even more and to make healthy decisions, because physical and mental health are so intertwined. And it's provided me with a sense of purpose in the big picture. This idea that if I can do this day in and day out, even though it's not every day, not yet, but it will be, that there's other obstacles that I can overcome. As I encounter more obstacles, without question, I know that it is within my power to overcome them, because I'm overcoming the obstacles and barriers that try and prevent me from going to the gym each day. The sentences that will come in your mind, the mental syntax, that the negative spirals of thoughts, about how, oh, I'd rather do this, I'd rather do that. I'm giving myself fortitude. I'm giving myself discipline. And these are things that are going to be insurmountably important to my future success. I have no doubt about that. I'm still in a depressive episode. I would say it fluctuates between moderate and severe. I'm still not at the point where I need to be, but thanks to going to the gym, I'm in a much better place than where I was. I would recommend that other people consider getting into exercise. It doesn't have to be the gym. And you don't have to experience rapid, weight loss benefits as a result. Exercise is beneficial to people who are in shape, people who are out of shape, people who are somewhere in between. It makes no difference whatsoever. Exercise is beneficial to everybody. Getting your heart rate up, getting that endorphin rush, there's so many benefits. And I would encourage anyone to get into exercise because it's something that's within your power. You don't have to go to the gym. You could just walk outside. If you go to the gym and you're like me, you like to do the simple stuff, like just hop on the treadmill and walk. That's something that I'd like to do. I'll use the different weight machines, the shoulder press and everything else. I like to do the simple stuff for now, and that's what I prefer. But you don't have to do that. You could find out what works for you. I think that going to the gym is a good option for everybody, and different people will go different amounts because we have our own schedules, we have our own lives, we have our own goals. In my case, it's my goal to go even more because I've already derived so many benefits from going, and I want to see where else this can take me. I'm in a better place now than from when I started, and I know that if I keep at it and stay consistent, that I'll be at an even better place later on this year and in the future. So that is how bipolar has, that's how my bipolar has been better managed and the symptoms have been reduced as a result of going to the gym. That's how going to the gym has helped me with my bipolar disorder. I hope you found this video informative and educational and found it interesting. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button so you could see all my other future videos. I already have a ton of videos on my channel. I have an eclectic range of content for you to check out and take a look at. Something suitable and interesting for any type of viewer. So thank you all so much for watching. My name is Tyler Adolfo. Peace out, love, light, and tranquility to all.